Well, it looks like we've got a handle on this whole leadership thing for the time being.
Yeah, hashtags MP, leader, and let's go have been trending on social for the better part of 48 hours, so.
Okay.
I'm
Congrats.
impressed.
Right, hey, but can your source find out if Adela's still trying to trade a rising young star with leadership abilities up the wazoo?
Oh, don't talk about yourself in the third person.
Yeah, it plays terribly with boomers, and that's our most affluent demo.
And don't say wazoo.
And don't dodge the question. It's not that funny. I mean, I really want you to work your source here, Ricky. You know? Or if does Teresa from ticketing still have inside
It's
scoop or
not Teresa
then
from
who is it,
ticketing.
man?
Look,
You're
I'm
gonna
not
tell
telling
me.
you.
You're gonna tell me.
Look, just because you're doing a great job right now does not mean you can let your foot off the gas. Look, I will try and see where Othello's head is at, but you still got to do your thing, all right? Look, nothing's settled on the trade front.
Of course, man, but it only gets better from here, Rick. Trust me.
All right, well, you know, it might be a good idea for you to check in with Coach Graves, too.
Yes.
I mean, he's an ally on this one.
Yeah, I do, chat with him every day, but, maybe I can see what if he knows what Othello's thinking or doing.
Good. In the meantime, I'll hit up my source, and we'll take it from there. One day at a time, right?
Yes, sir. Only way to do.
And P, glad you're here. I got to talk to you.
Yeah, man, I was about to say what's up, but you look a little bit upset.
There's no easy way to say this, but you're out of the starting lineup.
I don't understand why.
It's beyond my control.
But you said you would help me if I stayed out the press.
I can help you.
Okay, how? By doing whatever Othello tells you to do?
Ernest, get over here. MP, I'd like you to meet Ernest Templeton.
Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too, man. What exactly does Ernest here do?
He's one of the brightest young stars in our analytics department.
Analytics, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He came up with the formula for teammate grade, our new all-in-one performance metric.
That was you, man?
It is. Do you like it?
Yeah, I read the documents up on it. Makes a lot of sense. I'm just excited to see it in action.
When you see yourself going up for posterizing dunk, what do you see? A unicorn flying is a series of zeros and ones in the beautiful pattern of a Wolverine raining down on his opponents. It's mathematical inevitability. I've been working on it for a long time.
Long time, huh?
Yeah, 89, 99, 2009. Time doesn't exist.
Wow.
There's been extensive research, but we'll spare you the details.
Spare you the details.
Needless to say, it's the new gold standard. Phil Boyer wants us to use it as a central pillar in all player evaluation.
All of these things. Teammate grade. This is how we change the narrative. How are you going to achieve a better grade than the starter that's currently in place? Here's how you're going to do it.
You hit those goals, and we'll have no choice but to start you. Phil Boyer will see to it himself.
I got you, Coach.
I'm just going to say that.
Okay, enough, Ernest. Look, we're all pulling for you, MP.
We're all pulling for you, MP.
We know you can do this.
All right, I'm going to get out of here. But I got you, Coach.
I got you, Coach. I knew he was going to fist bump us both.
Good stuff.
We coming with that Miami defense. Oh.
Get ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we can see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The forwards are Barnes and Siakam. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot. Manning the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That's good from Johnson. And both free throws good for Johnson.
Looking at the Raptors roster, basically the entire squad is under 30. Their key players are extremely young, a great sign for the future.
Now here's Trent. To the inside, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
The youngster, Scotty Barnes, has great vision.
On the wing, Johnson. Goes up at the stripe. Offensive rebound. Here's Hernan Gomez. Goes to the reverse layup and flips it in.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Yeah, youth is on their side. And Smitty, since winning that title in 2019, the Raptors have totally turned over their squad.
Kawhi, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, all have left Toronto, Kevin, replaced with much younger players. Give Toronto's front office credit for retooling quickly.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Yes, that goes in.
You see how Ingram's polished his game, looking smooth from the mid-range.
And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. He's looking forward to this first meeting between these teams. He told his guys, this is a fantastic opportunity to show what we've got and what we're about. But we have to protect the rim at all costs, even if that allows them to get an open shot from time to time. Well, it's an interesting strategy, guys. We'll see if it works.
Thanks so much, David. Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
McCollum against Van Vliet. Johnson. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Van Vliet passes to Trent. That shot, no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Ingram dishes to Johnson. To the paint. Here's Hernan Gomez. So they take the lead. And Gomez has got his second bucket tonight.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Barnes kicks to Van Vliet. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Siakam. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. New Orleans in the lead. Inside. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist from Williamson.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
So timeout called here. The first for Toronto.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
And here is Van Vliet, coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. And the layup's good off the glass.
Off the screen, going to work. Van Vliet just puts out so much effort in everything he does.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
It's rebounded by New Orleans. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game could be that way.
Here's Barnes after the made shot from Johnson. From downtown, Toronto grabs the miss. Pirtle's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Scotty Barnes, the Rookie of the Year in 2022 in the NBA.
And you could argue he was maybe the biggest surprise of the 21 draft. Made a huge impact on the floor immediately. If you did a redraft of that class, he'd be closer to the top.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. An 11-point game for him in the win against Oklahoma City. As the regular season continues, Smitty, what's it like on those long road trips?
You know, Kevin, it can really wear on you, especially physically. And then being away from home for so long, that's not great. But on the positive side, the lengthy road trips are a chance to bond with your teammates.
And the second free throw, good. So it's Toronto now. They trail by 3. Van Vliet passes to Pirtle. Doesn't go for him. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Williamson dishes to Ingram. Here's Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Don't sleep on Ingram as a facilitator. Has the size to see over defenders and make sound decisions.
Van Vliet kicks to Barnes. Here's Van Vliet. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barnes. Here's Pirtle. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. That's offensive basket interference. New Orleans leading by 5. Passes it to McCollum. It's Ingram on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Siakam pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pirtle with the ball. Talking about that win against the Cavaliers, he was definitely a major factor as well. And the 3 ball is good. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
No hesitation from Fred Van Vliet. Assertive off the catch and shoot.
Williamson kicks to Ingram. The pass to McCollum to the middle. Feeds it to Johnson. Pirtle with the steal. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Ingram against Barnes. Pirtle. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. And that'll tie this game up.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Williamson, the pass to Johnson. Williamson kicks to Valanciunas. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Murphy's checked in. And then for Toronto, Achua comes in for Jakob Pirtle. And it's Young in for Pascal Siakam. Now, here is Murphy. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Valanciunas, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Van Vliet looking around. Back to Barnes. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Pass to Johnson. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
Now here's Van Vliet. He has 5. Anunoby passes to Van Vliet. And the 3 off target.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Here's Valanciunas. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Valanciunas has made so many strides as a scorer since he started in the NBA.
Pass to Anunoby. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's McCollum. And the layup falls. And now it's an 8-point Pelican lead.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season.
Now here's Van Vliet. 5 to shoot. The Raptors need to get a shot off. A 3 from Barnes. Ball's knocked loose. And here are the Pelicans. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Johnson. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 3 assists in the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now, here's Anunoby. 9 points last game out. Young outside. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Over McCollum. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
That one falls. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And the Raptors call time here.
And the lack of rim protect.
Substitution on the court.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter. Got Siakam and Van Vliet out there with Anunoby. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 14 points for the game.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Now here's Van Vliet. 5 points in the game. For the 3. Basket made. That's his 3rd of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
Fred's a bit of a streak shooter from out there, but when he's feeling it, he's deadly.
Cullen passes to Williamson. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Shoots over Anunoby, and the shot is long. Raptors trail by 15. Trent up top. He's covered by Daniels. Trent outside. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Here's McCollum. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
We see you, C.J. McCollum, playing down low.
Trent outside. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Shoots. It's rebounded by New Orleans. And Gomez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, that is why we call CJ a combo guard. He can score with the best, but he also can facilitate.
2 points. That one goes.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
McCollum against Van Vliet. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Van Vliet against McCollum. Pirtle kicks to Van Vliet. Down low, here's Trent. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Good work by Gary Trent Jr. to get in tight and draw the foul. He's at his best when he's assertive.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
You know, a few guys know how to score like Gary Trent Jr. He can fill it up in any situation, firing off quality shots from inside or outside the arc.
Now, here's Anunoby after the miss from Johnson. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Anunoby. Passes it to Daniels. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. To the paint. Here's Williamson. It's hauled in by Trent. Trent's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And Gary Trent Jr. certainly has some impressive stats as a result of his skills as a scorer.
Jay, how about 5 30-point games in a row? How about 9 threes in a single game? If he finds his rhythm, he can cause you a lot of trouble.
Now, here's Siakam. OG Anunoby unable to get his last shot to go. Williamson against Trent. The feed to Johnson. Williamson on the follow. Williamson's got his first 2 points of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Trent outside and taken away by Johnson. Count it. And the Pelicans lead by 16. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And they've also refused to give up on their plays tonight, chasing after their shots and just working hard for second chance points.
And there it is for him. Williamson's got 4 this quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now, here's Trent. 12 points for him. Here's Siakam. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. In this league, he has plenty of guys who can take over a game at any time. But, Steve, how fun is it to have a team with multiple threats and on any given night?
Well, it's really, Kevin, unfair because you have 2 guys that can get it going. And for the defense and the other team, that is hard to contend with.
And that one falls for Johnson. And the Pelicans making a change here. Ingram's checked in. So Johnson hits 2 of them. Here's Van Vliet. He's got 10. And the Raptors call time here. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
They were able to convert a lot of those offensive rebounds. That's the key, generating points off those extra possessions.
From deep, Trent. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 4 assists now tonight. Pelicans leading by 17. Ingram outside. On the wing, Johnson. Pirtle against Hernan Gomez. Johnson. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with this offense. Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Now here is Pirtle, and the shot goes in. And that's now 6 points for Jakob Pirtle. Ingram outside. Back to McCollum. Here's the pass to Ingram. Shoots over Anunoby, and that one's good. Ingram. And the Pelicans lead by 19.
A sound jumper goes a long way in this league. Ingram understands that and makes the most of his.
Back to Van Vliet. It's Trent on the wing. Over Johnson. Trent can't hit. Pelicans leading by 19. Johnson inside. Defended by Trent. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Some changes for Toronto. Achua, he's checked in for Jakob Pirtle. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Scotty Barnes in for OG Anunoby. Now here's Barnes. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle. He brought energy. And he brought it on the glass. Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Raptors. 19-point game. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And the shot's good from Boucher.
As a distributor, Fred Van Vliet is so effective. He knows when and where to feed his guys.
To the inside. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Raptors trail by 19. Trent outside. Raptors moving the ball around. Barnes looking around. Over Mercy. Here's Achua. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And he's got his first free throw of the game. Clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Pelicans lead by 14.
Your Pelicans 69. The Raptors 55. Pelicans fans, please give a big round of applause for your Pelicans Youth Dance Team.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
This is why you prepare. Get ready for the opportunity if it comes your way, because you may be asked to deliver.
The forwards for him are a pair of Blue Devils, Ingram and Williamson. Johnson is out there with McCollum, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the center position. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half.
I'm so impressed with the strength of Gary Trent Jr. Excellent at staying in control of his shot.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack. And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
to Trent. Lets it go with the three. Pelicans with the rebound. And Gomez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Williamson trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Ingram. And it's 6 points for Brandon Ingram. Raptors trail by 18. Van Vliet kicks to Barnes. Let's go. It's deflected. Ingram passes to Johnson. It's hauled in by Trent. Trent's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Nice look at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
The confidence of Scotty Barnes' game is pretty inspiring. Even against savvy veteran opponents, he believes in his own abilities and he gets it done.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Running Gomez kicks to Johnson. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
That's going to go back the other direction, but they've played a pretty clean game. Not many giveaways, and the score reflects that.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
And he gets the bucket. Van Vliet's got 12 points in the game.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
And when you look at Pascal Siakam, he has only gotten better.
Yes, GA, having his best season the last 3 years, averaging over 20 points, and he's a rebounding machine.
And the Raptors call time here. MP's really making a difference here.
This guy is killing you, and so far I haven't seen a good adjustment defensively.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Now Van Vliet, 12 points for him. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Van Vliet. Clock at 6. Over McCollum. Van Vliet can't get it to go.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
They own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Van Vliet passes to Barnes. Back to Van Vliet. Passes to Pirtle. It's Trent on the wing. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Pelicans leading by 17. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
You know, the coach has had something to say about that. No question, they've settled in and executed brilliantly.
Van Vliet outside. Out to the wing. Pirtle's shot is off. The Pelicans have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Here's Johnson. And he makes good on the layup. Johnson's got 8 here in the quarter.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Ahead. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
That's good from Johnson. Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 12. Barnes outside. Van Vliet outside. Trent against Johnson. Trent goes in. Johnson with the block. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Ingram outside and stolen by Barnes. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. Trent, that's a two-pointer. And the Raptors miss again.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Van Vliet passes to Trent. Ingram against Barnes. Back to Trent. 5 on the clock. Herman Gomez grabs the miss.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The Pelicans have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
At the line for your Pelicans, Johnson taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Steve, we know lots of front offices build teams purely around player skills and statistical lines. That being said, just how important is chemistry on the court and that cohesion?
It's a must. You can achieve a lot with chemistry. Building a beautiful culture, those are the teams that win championships.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I mean, great hustle by Pascal Siakam, fighting for the board and making sure they convert.
Inside. Rebound by the Raptors. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. The pass to Purtle. Here's Banton. He's covered by Ingram. Here's Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
C.J. McCollum.
It goes on C.J. McCollum.
And you watch the way...
And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Toronto Raptors. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. OG Anunoby is out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Purtle. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Trent in at the 3. Here's Siakam. That shot, no good. Good D by Williamson. And for Siakam, great. He almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Pirtle's shot is off. Pelicans leading by 20. Johnson left side. And the layup is good. Johnson's got 41.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Van Vliet against McCollum. Van Vliet outside. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
We talk about Zion's strength, but the body control is also elite, especially for a guy his size.
Trent outside. Back to Van Vliet. Over McCollum. And again, Toronto no up.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Johnson inside. Covered by Van Vliet. Good on the shot. 43 points for Johnson.
And Matador defense
That's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
And it's good, 2 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Anunoby. Trent outside. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And again, Toronto no up.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Raptors have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Pass to Pirtle. Now Anunoby. And again, no good by Toronto. On offense here are the Pelicans. They've scored 10 straight. Cullen passes to Ingram. Feeds it to Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Johnson's got 45 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Toronto's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Van Vliet passes to Pirtle. It's Trent on the wing. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. Steve, you played all 4 years at Michigan State. When you think about the fun you had there, what was more enjoyable, playing college basketball or in the pros?
Kevin, I have to be honest, both was fantastic. When in college, those 4 years was something I'll never forget. But then obviously, ultimately...
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Thanks, MP. Can you tell us about the decision to move you to the bench?
I ain't got too much to say. I mean, but when coach make a decision like that, it's to, I guess, help us play better as a team. You know, so I've got to trust him on that choice. You know, luckily I can't come off the bench and still be effective, which I plan on doing. So it's cool. You know, that's where I am for now. But that ain't gonna last long.
You know, it's tough for me to see the logic behind your benching from a performance perspective.
Exactly.
I mean, is there something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? Maybe like a disciplinary action situation?
No.
There's not?
No.
Okay.
Great.
If you say so.
Thanks, Nate. Whoa. Take it easy, Nate. Like you about to jump out of your seat. What's up, brother?
Well, how do you respond to the reports that Athala Akpen is not hanging up the phone and other teams ask about your availability, man?
Okay, how do I put this? Everyone has a job on the team. And Athala's job is to explore every option to improve the roster.
But wait, you don't think that you've earned a reprieve from trade talks with your recent play?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, people are going to ask about you if you're playing well. That just comes with the territory, bruh.
I mean, but there are stars in this league that are off the table without question.
Okay,
right
and?
now, you're not one of them.
Oh, okay. Listen, fam, I don't compare myself to other people like that. If my team is winning, I'm good. So that's what I'm all about. That's it. I don't listen to all that outside noise and chatter.
Dollar sign, yeah, I get that. With it, dollar signs. Let's see how far your bars gon' get. Don't do no features, less I know you got no price on this.
I'm calling my shot.
Good game last night. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. And a foul! You guys the ones who are going to be losing today. Hey, yo, right here, baby. Help him, this man.
Just like that.
Your confidence is gone now.
get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
You got it. You got it. Come on. Hey, he can ball, huh? With the foul. Shut him, shut him, shut him. Get out of my way. Oh, that's a freeze all day, baby.
Let's go.
3 of them, baby. And one. Yeah! You don't know what to do now.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do.
Hey, heads up. Here. Box up. I see him. I see him.
Again. Get your mind right.
We almost be ready. Hey, right here.
We'll get the next one. You could do better than that. I see you want to sharpen those passing skills. Let's get you going.
Pick up, pick up, pick up. Let's go.